On the night of the 13th of January 2012, off the Tuscan island of Giglio, the cruise ship Costa Concordia ran onto a rock and rolled onto her side. The Costa Concordia was 7 years old, a Costa Cruises ship working the western Mediterranean. She sailed that evening with 3,206 passengers aboard, and 1,023 crew. Her course that night took her along the coast of Isola del Giglio, in towards the harbour lights. Her last journey had begun at Civitavecchia, on the first leg of a cruise around the Mediterranean. The normal shipping route passes 8 kilometers offshore. The sail pass took her well inside it. The master had done it before, and said afterwards that he had steered it by eye.
I was navigating by sight, because I knew those seabeds well. I had done the move 3-4 times.
The hull struck the rocks of Scole on the port side. Scole is on the chart. The impact opened a gash 35 meters long, 8 meters below the waterline. Within minutes the head of the engine room told the captain that the damage could not be repaired. She came to rest against the shore at Punta Gabbianara, listing hard to starboard. She settled in about 20 meters of water, with most of her length still above it. 600 of the passengers had boarded that same day, and no lifeboat drill had been held for them. The order to abandon ship came late. By then the list was too steep to launch the boats on one side. Some passengers were held back by crew for as long as 45 minutes before they were let off. Rescuers went up a rope ladder at the bow to reach the people still trapped inside. The lifeboats that did get away were moored inside the harbour pier before dawn. The crew said afterwards that they had stayed with the ship after the captain left it.
Unlike the captain, we were there until the end. We did all we could to avoid catastrophe.
He left about 300 passengers still on board a ship that was going over. When the evacuation ended, rescuers came back by helicopter to search the inside of the ship. The survivors waited on Giglio for a ferry to carry them to the mainland. Crew members said the accounts of them that followed had not been fair.
The crew members, whether Filipino or Colombians or Indians, tried to the best of our ability to help passengers survive the shipwreck. Comments by some of the passengers that we were unhelpful have hurt us.
32 people died, 27 passengers and 5 members of the crew. In the morning, Giglio Island woke to a different view. The wreck lay on her side in front of Giglio Porto, in sight of every house on the harbour. What the island feared next was not the ship. It was what was still inside her.
Environmental damage is what concerns us most. If the oil pollutes the coast, we're ruined.
Salvage pumped 2,380 tons of fuel out of her tanks before anything else was attempted. Then they rolled her upright where she lay, in a process called parbuckling. Cables and steel boxes welded to her sides pulled her over onto a false seabed built underneath her. It took most of a day and a night, at a couple of degrees an hour, and it had never been tried on a ship this size. In July 2014 the Costa Concordia was refloated on welded flotation tanks and towed away. The master was found guilty of manslaughter and sentenced to 16 years. She was towed 310 kilometers to Genoa and broken up there over 2 years. Was the sail past one man's decision or a routine nobody had stopped?